When families register their students in Arlington Public Schools, they complete a home language survey. Based on the survey results, students may be required to complete an English language proficiency assessment. Let's learn more about this process. There are 3 questions on the home language survey. What is the primary language used in the home, regardless of the language spoken by the student? What is the language most often spoken by the student? What is the language that the student first acquired? If a family answers any of the 3 questions with a language other than English, this flags them immediately as a potential English learner. An English learner, or L, is a student who receives extra support with English language development from a qualified L teacher. The level and type of support depend on the student's proficiency level. In any school, students may receive additional support for a variety of reasons to ensure they have every opportunity to succeed. L services are an example of these types of support. We are required to assess each potential L student with the WEDIS Screener Assessment. This assessment measures a student's English proficiency level in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Students in APS who require the WEDIS Screener Assessment must come to the APS Welcome Center located on the first floor of 2110 Washington Boulevard, Arlington, Virginia 22204. Students will meet with an assessment specialist at the Welcome Center to complete the assessment. The assessment can take between 30 and 90 minutes depending on the student's age and proficiency level. At the conclusion of the assessment, the student receives individual domain scores in reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and an overall English proficiency level. The levels are 1 to 4. Level 1 indicates a beginner level. Levels 2 and 3 are intermediate, and level 4 is advanced proficiency. If your child qualifies for L services, they will receive instructional support from a qualified L teacher. This support can look a lot of different ways at each school, and depending on the grade level. Sometimes an L teacher comes into a classroom and co-teaches with the general classroom teacher. Sometimes they come in and work with small groups or support individual students within a classroom. Sometimes an L teacher may meet with small groups of students in another classroom to encourage participation and meet students by name and by need. No matter what L model a school uses, students in the L program receive linguistic support to be able to access the core academic curriculum for their grade level. Students will take the WEDA Access Test once every year in the winter to assess their English language proficiency. This assessment takes place at their school. Based on the score of this assessment, students will receive an updated English language proficiency level each year. This overall score reflects a student's skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. An English learner's overall level is between 1 and 4.4. When a student achieves a 4.4 or higher, they are considered proficient and no longer receive L services. Learn more about the WEDIS Screener Assessment online. Contact the APS Welcome Center at 703-228-8000 or registration at apsva.us.